Could stealing somebody's video be the shortcut you need to grow your channel? Well, that's exactly what somebody tried to do when they stole my script, my title and my thumbnail and posted it onto YouTube as their own. And it's not hard to see the same thing all over YouTube. But that raises a massive question. Does it actually work? Well, I've tracked the data and the truth is it can be the smartest thing you've ever done or the fastest way to destroy your channel depending on how you do it. Because there's a right way and a wrong way to borrow content or ideas, which I'm going to show you today. And the right way is exactly what I used for this video, which got me over 60,000 views. And the wrong way, well, I'm going to show you what happens when it completely backfires. Now, it's important to note that people use other people's content for inspiration all the time. It's almost expected on YouTube now. And as your channel grows, it's only a matter of time before it happens to you. And to be honest, when it does, it's a huge sign that you're doing something right. So naturally, when I saw my own title and thumbnail staring right back at me from the YouTube homepage, I was quite excited. But as I watched the video, that excitement quickly turned into outrage. I clicked on the video expecting something inspired by my own content, but instead, this is what I saw.
Every year, millions of channels start and fail on YouTube because they waste their time on tactics that don't work.
Every year, millions of channels start and fail on YouTube because they waste time with tactics that don't work.
But what if growing a YouTube channel was actually simple?
But what if growing a channel was actually simple?
I believe it is. And in this video, I'll share exactly what successful creators do differently to get more views and to grow on YouTube.
Not only was the title the same, but the thumbnail was identical. And the script, well, that was just repeated word for word. The final straw was when I realised he'd used a picture of my dog. You couldn't just get a picture of a random dog from the internet, it had to be mine. But before I reached out to this clown to confront him, I realised that perhaps there are lessons to be learned from this. Same title, thumbnail, script and better editing, but completely different results, and I had to find out why.
But what if we told you this was actually an experiment to see how two identical videos would perform on two different channels? We wanted to know if copying someone's content was a viable strategy in 2026, and if you could even get away with it without people noticing. Spoiler alert, they noticed. And we decided to do this in the most scientific way possible, a YouTube experiment. After Jay wrote the script, I edited both of the videos and we uploaded to our channels on the same day and at the exact same time. We also used the same titles, thumbnails, descriptions, tags, and even chapter markers to ensure the fairest test possible. And honestly, we didn't expect what happened. Given the packaging was the same, you might expect similar click-through rates. But Jay got 5% while I only got 1%. Which on YouTube is a huge difference. Even the average view duration had a big mismatch. And given that it's the same script, this could only mean one thing: audience alignment. Jay's audience knows him for YouTube advice, whereas mine, well, not so much. But it wasn't just the audience that made the difference here. YouTube itself was to blame for limiting my video compared to Jay's.
If you want more views on YouTube, what you actually need is more impressions. But it's not just the number of impressions that counts, but the quality of those impressions too. Two of the biggest ways that people are going to see your videos on YouTube is via suggested content, such as in the sidebar or at the end of a video, or the holy grail of YouTube impressions, browse. This is where YouTube is actively pushing your content in front of viewers on the homepage, which is going to lead to a massive number of views in comparison.
It turns out that YouTube decided to completely tank my video by giving me only 32% of my impressions from browse, compared to Jay's whopping 83%. And to be totally honest, the amount of those high quality browse impressions that YouTube gives you, that makes a huge difference for your video's performance. But why did YouTube limit my video like this? Well, it comes down to Jay's channel having a proven audience who enjoys YouTube advice content, whereas the algorithm saw me doing the same content as a bit of a gamble. So what we've proven is that having a niche does matter. And YouTube will reward you for posting to the same audience consistently, especially when they react well to your content with likes, comments, and watch time. Hey, sorry, quick pause here, but did you know that on a collab video, if you hit the subscribe button, it allows you to subscribe to one or both of the creators that are making this video? If you like YouTube growth content, that would be doing us like a huge solid if you'd subscribe. So just want to throw that out there. All right, back to the video. Sorry. But even more surprising, we proved video quality plays a much lesser role than we originally thought. You could have the best video in the world, but if the right people don't see it, then it's never going to do well.
Look, it's important to realise that copying other people's content is not going to help you long term, even if you get really lucky and the video does well. It won't help you stand out on the homepage. It won't build your reputation as a trusted voice on YouTube. And even worse, you'll just get lost in a sea of copycats. You'll also lose all self-respect along with the title of content creator. You'll get known on YouTube as a content copier and people will notice. During our experiment, I received an email from a regular viewer who'd noticed Joseph's video and gave me the heads up. And 2 other people messaged me separately to tell me the same thing. They'd seen both videos and immediately called out the person that had copied me. The thing is that you need to remember is it takes a lot of time to build trust and reputation on YouTube, and the minute you get exposed as a thief, your credibility goes completely out the window. And that is the real cost of copying. It's not just that the algorithm might not push your video, it's that your audience will end up losing faith in you. Instead, what you're going to want to do is study successful videos and understand why people watch them. Study the titles, what made people curious enough to click on the video. Examine the intros and the hooks. Understand how to validate a click and promise value. This is going to build intrigue and curiosity, and people are going to want to watch your content. Then you take those lessons from other people's videos into your own content. But crucially, you do this using your own voice and style. Just like I did with this video that got me 60,000 views. The title and the format is well proven. All I did was add my own voice and experience to make it my own.
You can steal a thumbnail, you can reuse a title, but you need to make it your own. If you want to grow on YouTube, there are no shortcuts, and you can't avoid the serious hard work that it takes to build a channel. But here's where things get even more interesting. I got to tell you something.
What?
For this experiment, there's another part of it that I kind of kept hidden from you, and it's that I actually went behind Jay's back and posted this same video a 3rd time on another channel that I was secretly prepping for YouTube advice content. And I'll break all of that down in this next video. So watch that next, and I'll see you over there, fam. Who could that be?
Can I have my dog back, please?